Righto. So I said I was coming back to continue the drive last night, but I had my dinner and I decided that I would call it quits for the night. It was a very stormy electrical night last night, so I didn't bother getting the computer running again. I'm sorry about that for those that were expecting me to come back. Right now, I'm continuing with part three of the load that I started way back when, and as you can see here, the job I started in El Dorado, and I'm going to the Dales to BNSF to drop it off. I still have 42 hours to go. I have 13 hours in game time, which accounts to 42 minutes before I need to have a sleep. I don't need any fuel, so I'll be just continuing on with my drive as of this. So I've got my headlights on, which is good. I might have flashes on as well. Let's have a looky see. No flashes. We'll turn the flashes on and we'll go back to the in-cab view and let's roll out of here, eh? In the rain. And looks like all my cameras are working. I have got another camera I've been considering hooking up, which I can put down on my feet. Not that you'd want to see my grotty feet, but it'll show the pedal work maybe. I am considering it. Maybe I'll leave it until I move into my new apartment, which I have to do. That'll be during next month that I'll be moving, so it's probably, I don't know, maybe it's like a couple of weeks away before I move, so we might wait until after that. And yeah. Because it's raining, I'm going to go a little bit easier just here. And I'm going to do something you should never do while driving. I'm going to check my phone, my messages. I just got a message. Yeah, okay. That's just telling me, that's a message from YouTube telling me that I'm streaming. Shock. I don't know what's going on there. Fancy that. Now, I just realised that this is a little bit close. Well, Hole in the Rock has certainly changed a little bit since the first time I went past there. Never actually pulled in there and had a bit of a look, but I don't think there's really anything to see, is there? Oh, we got vending machines in there now. I probably had them before, but... And there's a parking spot on the opposite side of the road as well. Look at that. I think that's new. Sometimes I forget with the new graphic updates that have come about recently how nice this scenery actually is. And how nice it actually is when you've got a video card that's working 100% correctly. And although I'm allowed to do 80, I'm going to sit on 75, mainly because if I sit on 75, I've got a better chance of not getting, because I'm on hardcore, I've got a better chance of not going into race miles. And I don't want to go into race miles. Where are we? Are we in New Mexico or what? No, we California, uh, Idaho, Utah, New Mexico. I'm not sure where we are. I don't know where this is. Oh, hang on, no, that's Arizona. And that's New Mexico. And this is... Don't know. I'm not very good with my states in America. I used to have a map that had, the letters there so I'd know where they were, but I don't have that one at the moment. So I don't actually know where I am, which is bad. Well, it's not terribly bad. Not for me, but for anybody that you're probably sitting there at the screen going, "You're in fucking Utah," or something. I don't know. Don't think I'm in Utah. I don't know. Could be. I know I should. Been playing the game long enough. I should know where what cities, what states all the different cities are in. A little bit better. Just need to go and turn the fan on. I've got the air conditioner running, but I need the fan. Move that here around. Basically, to get the AC fan, the AC air moving around and getting the computer air. That'll be a lot better. I'll put that back down there. Right. Now, before I go back into it, that's better. Yeah, pretty sure it is Utah. Although I'm not 100% certain. And I hope my audio is coming out okay, because yesterday I noticed that my audio was pretty shit, to tell you the truth. It was scratchy. It was pretty yuck. I hope it's better today, and not got, you know, clipping and all that sort of stuff going on. Not exactly certain what was causing it to be shitty yesterday. I do have my microphone in a different spot. It's you know, probably only about 6 inches away from my mouth now, and I'm pretty sure that the pickup side of the microphone is facing my mouth, as it's not an omnidirectional microphone. It's actually directional with background noise. So if I was, I have background cat noise cancelling in there, so it should be, hopefully my audio out of my speakers is not affecting the audio that my microphone is picking up. So I can still do 70, not a problem. Gonna stay here anyway, even though they want me to move over to the lane across. Speed still 70. Yeah, I got to consciously look for speed signs, and sort of make note of the speed signs to myself, not the 70, so I know where at what speed I'm in, because I became very reliant on Yara telling me the speed, which not really what I should have been doing. I should have been looking at the speeds and not relying on Yara to flash the red to say I'm over the speed limit. I should be paying attention of that all by myself. But I wasn't. I haven't been. Okay, pull in. Now let's see if... Thank you. If you're not familiar with Truckee, which is the little app that I'm running that gives me the text on the the yellow text down the bottom there that's, well, there's a bit of blue text in there as well, or green. And basically the way I've got it set up, it's showing me at the top the actual time it is at my place. Oi, 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 oi. So that's my local time at the top. Then it shows my truck and trailers. I don't remember if this is one of my trailers. I think it's a freight trailer. It's not my trailer. So why it's saying that, I don't know. Then it shows me the time I've got in real time before I need to have a sleep. So when I get down to about 10 minutes, that equals about close enough to say an hour in game time. So that's about where I start looking for somewhere to sleep. I have been caught out a couple of times. I did sort of go, oh yeah, there's a place I can rest. I'm just going to continue on to the next one, and got caught out, and I ended up having to backtrack, because when I sort of got to 5 minutes and looked to see where on the map where the next sleep was, it was like a long way away. Let's just say it was better for me to go back to the previous one. So yeah, I lost a little bit there. Yeah. So the next thing, a little spanner beside it, is the damage of my truck. As you can see at the moment, it's 0% damaged. And then it shows the air pressure that I have in my tanks. So I've got 135 psi. Below that, you've got the little Bowser there that shows what my fuel level is, and then how much my fuel can take. So it indicates that it's close to about half tank of fuel. And then it'll show the speed, like the first numbers to speed I'm actually doing in yellow, and then you'll see the speed that my cruise control is set at, which is the one in green. That's a 70. Right, then it shows the damage level of my trailers. Now, when I say trailers, I'm using a triple lowboy at the moment, so it has 3 trailers according to, it indicates that it's 3 trailers. So the first one on the left is the dolly. The one in the middle is the actual bed that the load sits on, and it's 1% because I caught an edge on a pole about 600 miles ago. And then the third one, the one on the right, is the rear dolly, which it'd be really good if they'd give us an opportunity to lock that or reduce the load, the weight on it, so and lock it in position, so that when we reverse, we can actually reverse it, because there's basically no way to reverse a triple dolly. And I'm pretty sure that the real ones, you can either lift them up or lock them. So that would make life a lot easier. Just have to concentrate a little bit here. Now we're going to get to pull in. Yeah. Okay, and now that I'm getting used to how these dialogues work, they're a little bit slower than the old ones. As I'm getting used to them, I'm learning that I have to go just a little bit slower. I still don't have to stop, but I have to go a little bit slower, and it takes a little bit longer for them to, because it takes a little bit longer for the dialogue to come up. And if you're not careful, if you were doing the same speed as what I used to do, the dialogue will come up too late for you to press the OK button, or it disappears before you get a chance to see it, and next thing you know, you've got the you've missed it and you've got a fine indication. So yeah. So anyway, so that takes care of the three trailer icons. Then you have current job section. So it says in green text beside the what looks like a driver's license, it says real stats, which means that I'm driving hardcore, and the I don't particularly think that it says that I'm driving, real stats indicates driving hardcore, but it does mean that they're calculating it as real stats because I haven't gone over the speed, which puts me into race mode. And then the only thing that gets counted is my kilometres, or my miles, I should say. It also tells me next line where I picked up the load, which was El Dorado at Weyerhaeuser. And I think I said that, Weyerhaeuser. And it tells you that the load is going to the Dales at BNSF, which is the information I portrayed earlier on. And then it tells you what it actually is. It's a log stacker weighing 119,000 pounds. And then there's a little heart beside it with percent. That indicates the damage level. So as if I damage the load, that'll actually get damage on it. And even though it might only be 1% damage, that little heart might go up to 10%. And below that, it then shows the amount of income that I'll receive by completing the load. And below that, it tells me the remaining time in real hours, not in game time, but that's in real time, because on Truckee app, everything's done in real time. So I've got an hour and 35 minutes to get that load delivered. And I've completed 1,842 miles. That's the miles at the bottom. That's how far I've travelled. My current fuel economy, I'm getting 5.1 miles per gallon, which seems to be way up in this patch compared to the last one, because I would have been on 4.3 or 4.6 or something like that. The fact that I'm driving really easy, I'm not pushing hard. I might chance it and go to the next sleeping bay. Hope I get there and don't have any issues. Right, so then down the bottom in the navigation section, it tells me I have 420 miles to go, which will be completed in 22 minutes of real-time driving. which is probably about 2 hours in game, 2 and a bit hours. But I have 19 minutes left of time, 9 minutes left of time prior to needing to rest, which means that the very next rest stop I get, I've got to take. And hopefully that will be not that far away. And it's not that far away. There's a intersection coming up here. I'm going to take that one. That worked out quite well, actually. If I recall correctly, the heavy vehicles or truck entrance is the last one, and there's a TLL line haul trailer, which is a company that me and my son run within ATS. I'm just going to go straight up here and have my break, and I'll get my fuel on the way out. Hopefully I can have my break in here. No, the bays aren't long enough. Fine. Okay, well, what we'll do is we'll go over here and we'll park between these two trucks. I know that Loves has parking bays that are very nice and long enough to pull up a triple lowboy in. Okay. So, custom paint job. It's a K220, and that's my son. That's Targ and Link. Link is my son, Logistics. And I don't think that's my trailer, to tell you the truth. But anyway, that's a custom skin that I put together. I've also got the option to have a white roof, but I don't like the white roof. I mean, it does break it up, but I'm not a big fan. Right, so now I'll go off and get my fuel. And this should be the last stop that I need for this load. And my exit to get out of here is just in front of that TLL load. The red Camworth. Okay. So you'll notice down there on the Truckee app details, it'll show the fuel going up, and it'll go up to 423 gallons. And of course, it would have been cheaper to get it from an owned garage, but you can only get fuel from large garages, and at the moment there's a problem with this current patch, which has large garages showing as small garages, and that's a problem. I have no garage mods in at the moment, so I know it's not anything to do with... Oh, okay. Why are we going that way? Oh, we'll go in here and we'll turn around and we'll go that way. We've got new pathing. I'll take it. Bit of variation, small roads. Might even cover some ground that I haven't been on before. Or I might see something that I haven't seen before. I'd almost say that I haven't been along this road before. Although there's probably going to show signs where I have actually been along the road, but it's been a long time since I've been along the road. But I haven't seen any side streets that are cut off. Ah, yes. There we go. It is orange, so I have been along here before. Come on. Oh, you're freaking kidding me. Damn it. I always wonder if I'm going to get pinged for this because I don't know which states actually allow you to do this and which ones don't. But I noticed that that car in front of me turned right on red, so I figured that providing I perform the correct maneuver with the stop and the and then go, I'd be okay. Oh, cracky my fingers. Still 65, that's good. George, why can't you find a job? It's not hard. Didn't have to drive all the way home. You could have just got one nearby. Sometimes I wish you could play dispatcher for the AI. That'd be cool. Oh, thanks. $110 Pendletown. So 73, 75 miles left. Not much to go. Just about done. Yakima Bend. Getting close now. Nose is still sore. It's probably going to stay sore if I keep rubbing it. I can't help it. And again, I'm going to fall foul of the dolly. Look, I made it. I did fall foul of the dolly though. As you saw, I had to really fight with it. So, what'd we end up with? Yeah, that's not right. That's what I did today. But as you can see there, 2,448 miles. And how'd I go in Truckee? Let's have a look at this app. Need to look at that page there. Go up there. How did I fare? Eldorado to Dales. There we go. Okay. This job cannot be considered in hardcore simulation because of profile not detected. Wrong realistic settings. What a load of crap. I have realistic settings. Fines. Detours over 20%. Fatigue. Profile detected. Random road events over 10%. That's rubbish. Absolute rot. Okay. Let's go in here. Let's go there and let's have a look. Gameplay. I have fines turned on. I have fatigue turned on. What's the next thing? D2 is over 20%. Interface maybe. D2 is 22%. It says that I need to have them over 20%. Done. Random road events over 10%. Random road events are over 10%. They're 15%. Fuel simulation. Realistic fuel. Hard speed limit truck. What? Truck speed limiter. That must be an interface. Navigation speed limit. Show limit. Truck. Rain. Backwards and forwards. Rain possibility. 10% greater. Parking. Where are we? Skilled. That's what I've got it on, skilled. Air brake simulation. Well, I'm pretty sure I saw somewhere here air brake simulation is turned on. Simple parking B doubles. Well, I haven't touched that. That's still sit. Trailer advanced coupling. Trailer advanced coupling and turned on. All that, and I didn't get it done for hardcore. That is crap. Okay. What else we got? Yeah, anyway. That's rubbish. And as you can see from my plug-in as well, the plug-in down here, Truckee Helper, all the dots are green. They're all green. It's all set. I don't know why it said profile not detected. This is crap. And even says up there, real stats, highest speed 76 miles per hour. Huh. Well, I'm going to have to take that up with a higher power. Not happy. Not happy at all.